before we get into the podcast, you guys know the drill. Prize Picks, the best app to fire on sports in the game. You hop on the app, each player has a set projection. You either go more or less than that set projection. My last big one I hit was the Super Bowl. I hit one during the Olympics for Canada. Tough loss in the finals. I thought Canada absolutely fucking dominated the USA and they got a lucky squeaky one. But also on Prize Picks now, you can choose teams, you can choose the spread, you can choose the overall score of the game. So absolute game changer for the Prize Picks app. They literally have everything. Hockey's still on. NBA's coming up. Playoffs are around the corner for both. Prize Picks is available in most states, and one state that is back now is New York State. So if you're in New York State, download that Prize Picks app, get the lineups going, use code NELK. If you've never downloaded the app, use that code and put in just $5 and you get $50 for free. Take advantage of that code. That's for you guys. Also, if you guys want to see what I'm taking, you could just follow me on the app at Kyle, and then you can just see exactly what I'm picking, and then you could tail me or you could just fade my ass too. Download the Prize Picks app. Best app in the game to fire on sports. We love Prize Picks. Let's get on the podcast.
So how long you guys been, when did you guys start streaming?
Like what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And what made you, because you're an OG in the game, like of content too.
Yeah,
when did you start making content?
Yeah, I've been making videos since I've been 17. Popped off for the first time when I was 21. That's when I monetized everything and just made it my full-time thing. But streaming, we're fresh. I mean, I made a Kick account like about a year ago. I did a video with El Campeon. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
No.
He's been going viral for doing some crazy shit in LA Fitness. Just got banned everywhere. But after that, I was thinking, damn, this might not be for me. I can't stream every single day. What am I going to do? This is such a big departure from the kind of content I normally make. And I don't think many people want to see gym IRLs every day. So I shelved it until I met Rampage. We did a collab at UFC Gym in OC. And so many clips went viral. And we're thinking, holy shit, like actually there's so much opportunity here for streaming. And the kind of content I've been making for the last decade or so has been contingent on getting freaks of nature or like world-class athletes or me breaking world records, which after a certain point, after I've set the bar so high, it's not sustainable to do on a regular basis, right? So it leaves me like stranded for content. And I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So with streaming, now like the world just opened up. Now we can just do anything.
What did you notice about the types of clips that went viral with Rampage? Like what surprised you that went viral?
I wouldn't say it surprised me, as I was expecting the drama, the controversial clips to go viral, not really the fitness side of what we were doing, which was like we wrestled each other for a bit. None of those clips really got any numbers, but the clip of my wife twirling her hair, staring off in the distance got spun as she's into Rampage. Like, that was the first one that popped off.
Yep.
Because that's like the whole narrative too. That's kind of going viral, right?
Yep. That I mean, at that moment in particular, I was so zoned out because he was talking to his videographer and saying stuff, and then I was just listening, and I was just like, my mind was somewhere else. And then I was not like doing social media at all, besides Snapchat, but that's about it. And then when I saw that, I was like, damn, like I did not expect it. Like I didn't even want to be on that stream, but Larry was like, come with me. It's a long ride on the way back because of traffic. And I was like, fine, I'll go. And I wasn't even in that stream. It was just like, I forgot it was being filmed. And then there you go. Like apparently I'm into Rampage. After like we woke up, it just went viral everywhere.
How long you guys been together?
We been together about 5 years now. Married for 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, anniversary just a few days back.
And have you been in his videos before?
We did one YouTube video.
Maybe 2 or 3 actually.
Oh yeah, we did two YouTube videos, but that's about it. Like I never liked being in YouTube videos or in his social media because once straight away, like the moment he posted a picture with me, there was like hate. Oh, she looks like a gold digger. She has a certain look. Like straight away, they kind of like
Russian?
No, I'm Serbian.
Oh, Serbian.
Yeah, they kind of pinned me into that like straight away. And then our engagement video happened, and apparently I did not react the way people wanted me to react. Like I was just in shock, and I'm the person like I just froze. And then she's not happy. She's not smiling. They didn't get.
Oh, so I took her to this restaurant in Dubai where we had a table beside an aquarium?
Yeah.
And basically this diver went inside the aquarium and held up a sign like, will you marry me?
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
Pretty,
But
it's
then
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
it
that's
is, and
gonna be
then
what
there
we're
was
gonna
like
do.
a big family next to everybody staring at me, and I hate direct attention, so it's just like everybody staring at me, and I was just like, and they were taking videos and pictures. I was like, damn, like what do I do now? So I stayed like I was sitting down, and then people took that like, oh my gosh, she hates me. So that's when I first started getting so much hate.
Did you say yes?
Of course,
How
yeah.
long
but-
did it take you to say yes? Were you sweating for a little bit?
For sure, it's been anxious.
because I was like
Definitely
I
sweating a
froze,
bit.
but then he was trying to like open the box, so I was waiting for him to open the box for me to say yes, and that's how like it took a bit longer, and then that's when I started receiving so much hate, and like it was just like really annoying. To this day, I cannot watch our engagement video because for me it's like associated to like online hate.
Yeah, so
Mm.
that's what I find interesting because once you put your relationship out there, as you probably learned pretty recently, there's like
Then
it
the
can
whole world's judging it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has that affected any of your guys' personal relationship, the toxicity of like streaming and clips and stuff?
Actually, no, like because we know what's the truth, like so we never been even closer because we kind of like us against the world because we know our relationship and people around us know it. So for me, it does not bother me, but I did not expect like I didn't know like anything about streaming or I never watched that kind of content. So when I see like things being clipped and they're so out of context, it's just like what like and people are really buying into it. So for me, it's just like are people really that slow to really like not understand? Like if you watch the clip and then you see, okay, that's not what she said, but people still running with that like a whole narrative. And to be honest, once I realized that's the story, I'm like, okay, let me troll them back. Like, what can I say to like piss off these red pill guys? Like, so it just became kind of like a joke for me as well. But it's just like after some
So you're
point,
trolling back now
I
too.
am trolling a lot, but sometimes it's
What's a
just
troll though? How about the one clip I saw was you're allowed to have guy friends, but he's not allowed to have girlfriends. Is that a troll or is that real?
Well, to be honest, the story is I had like just one guy friend for like over 10 years. And I said, if he had like a girlfriend for many, many years, like that, no problem with that. I don't have any problem. Like introduce me to her, whatever. But if he was to create like a girlfriend all of a sudden while in marriage, like just doesn't make sense because I know he told me before, like it just, I don't want to have a girlfriend. Like for me, it never works. So if he was to do that all of a sudden, I'll be like, okay, like what changed? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
wait,
so
what
no,
happened?
so no new girlfriends.
Exactly, and I don't have any new guy friends,
What happened to the guy friend? Is he still around? Is the guy friend still around?
Yeah, he's my friend. He lives in Dubai. He's married. He has 2 kids. He met him many times, like so it's not like
Larry, you don't think that he was trying for 10 years? No guys wants just a girlfriend. Let's be real with each other here.
I think maybe in the beginning, before he was married, potentially there was some interest there romantically, but I believe
don't
after
think
meeting
so.
him, like it's purely platonic.
Really?
The thing is, guys they'll only be friends with a girl if the girl rejects them. They always want to be more than
But
friends
you-
unless they're unattracted to them
Mhm.
or it's your boy's girl. Right? Does that make sense?
It does make sense. It
Yeah.
does make sense.
I think there are always exception to rule. I never ever noticed any kind of like any I don't know, anything inappropriate from him. He was a friend with all my friends, like all my girlfriends, like we were friends for 10 years and he only dated like one of my girlfriends. So it was never really like, I never noticed anything from him where I felt like uncomfortable or there is anything more to it, but also like we are so polar opposite of each other types, so I think maybe that's why as well. So yeah, I don't know, but
That makes sense. It's
Yeah.
an old guy friend.
I mean,
yeah.
there's that, and he's not local. He doesn't live in LA anywhere near. He's across the country, and it's not like she's talking to him every day, seeing him all the time. I mean, it's very limited
What's his
interaction.
physique compared to Larry's?
Oh, he's very much out of shape. Yeah, no, he's
He's
just
fat?
I'm not gonna call my friend fat,
Right.
like, but he does have like problem with weight, and
Mm.
like I've been sending him Retta to Dubai for him to help him out. So yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a threat
Larry,
at
you
all.
seem pretty
No.
calm. Like, you don't have a short fuse, do you?
I don't. I mean, when people see me raging online post-lift, it's only because of the adrenaline that I'm experiencing after getting a massive PR. I don't ever react that way towards anything else.
Okay, so with Dean, you slapped my boy Dean.
Except
Not really
for,
my boy,
except
actually.
for that. I mean, even that wasn't like the rage I'd experienced in the
What happened
gym.
with you though? You tried to press him, no?
He just gets really fired up. And I mean, I was trolling him he's had a tough week. Like, he took your slap, then he got elbowed in the face, then he fought again. And I just kept bringing it up because I brought him to Brad because Brad also slaps. as you've seen.
Yeah. I mean, he's a professional boxer. He can take a couple slaps and elbows to the face.
Yeah.
And I don't see him stopping his trolling ways anytime soon.
Was he actually being too disrespectful? Because I saw he kept going for a hug with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, because Larry, now people are kind of spinning this narrative that you might be kind of Adam 22 cock.
Yeah, I know what they're trying to spin online. I've denied these allegations already. We did it on Clav's pod and even just at home at desktop. And Dean was digging just for a couple hours, and I made it clear to him, all right, enough is enough. And Rampage is even trying to talk Dean out of it, like, bro, chill. And then that's when, okay.
Dean was hammered though, right? Or
I mean, he wasn't hammered. He had a couple.
He wasn't?
He had like a glass of wine.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He seemed a bit hammered.
Oh, I get it. Like he's just fucking.
But he's so small. Like even glass of alcohol would probably get him like drunk.
So that was totally real. That whole situation.
I mean, I was legit like pissed
Yeah.
off.
Well,
And
you had
can see, like,
you
the
had a
lead-up
right to be like. I think that's why it blew up too, because everyone they saw your patience through that situation until the very end.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, damn, like
It's
you
also
handled
just
it
like,
well.
why the fuck is he like? I mean, you look fucking jacked. I don't know if it's the lighting or what's good, but why would he?
300 pounds.
Why would he ever? Why would he ever target your girl and think that he would survive that? That's what I couldn't. That's what I was trying to like figure out from him.
He's just a troll. Like why would he target that dude that elbowed him in the face the other day? Like, why?
Yeah.
What was there?
And that was we know that guy. That's Dana White's
Boy.
like security or his boy.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
a
of all the
short
people
man
at
syndrome.
that house, like,
Yeah.
why go after him? I don't know. I don't understand. Like,
That slap was like crazy form though.
crazy
Right?
for him. I
Did you-
mean, it was as hard as I could.
Did you feel bad after or
Oh,
get
hell
worried?
no. I don't regret anything. He absolutely deserved it.
Have you seen the video of him spinning Dean
Yeah.
around too?
Uh-huh.
What was good with that?
Spinning around?
Like he was
Oh
a
wait,
kid.
in that UFC gym.
Oh, well, he was trying to troll me, saying like size doesn't matter and like experience will triumph like over size. I'm like, no, like you're 140 pounds going against a 300-pound bodybuilder, and I'm going to prove a point that size absolutely matters. So I just grabbed him by the wrist and spun him around like Matilda.
Have you guys communicated since that incident?
We have communicated because like Rampage, Dean, and I are trying to like rise above that and do shit together, because we think there's like power, like if we all work together and like trying to like just leave the wife out of it, then we could be fine.
I feel like Rampage.
So did he apologize?
In his way.
In his way, like, I don't
The
think it was
Dean the
that
Great
authentic.
way?
Yeah.
What was the Dean the Great
way.
apology?
So we have a video like with Rampage, Dean and I, and Rampage is like mediating the two of us, right? And Dean did he even like say I'm sorry? I don't know.
He
Like,
didn't, but yeah.
what's that?
Yeah, he didn't say like I'm sorry specifically, but yeah, he was just like, okay, no more wife talk. Let's take this streaming shit to the next level. But yeah, that's about it.
I feel like Rampage just gets to sit back and enjoy all this.
Oh yeah, he's loving it.
He can't really take sides because you guys are all boys either. So he just kind of tries to. But he seemed like he was drinking, having a good time too.
Yeah, he was, and he was the one trying to talk Dean out of it that night.
Yeah. So are you guys now like planning on doing a trio streams all the time?
Yeah, we've labeled ourselves the largest, the biggest, the smallest LBS pounds. So we're gonna be doing shit together. As long as Dean like keeps the wife out of it, it'll be cool.
But I feel like Rampage, a lot of his content's like going out, going to the bars, being around women. So is that gonna you're gonna be rolling with that?
We're gonna be judges at this next twerk competition.
Really?
We're gonna have Gerlach there.
Is that
and
okay
everything.
with the wifey?
Well, I'm gonna be a judge as well. So as long as
I
he's
thought you were
doing
about to
it.
say you were going to be a contestant.
No,
Now it's not
no.
to press my boy.
No. I mean, as long as we're doing it together, sure. But I wouldn't be okay with him like approaching girls and stuff like that. And that's the conversation we had with Clav, and he was like,
I've been telling you guys, MoonPay is the easiest app in the game to buy crypto. It only takes a matter of seconds. What I love about MoonPay too is they use every single payment provider, Apple Pay, Venmo, bank account. They literally have everything. MoonPay's taken over the crypto space. They're making some crazy partnerships, and they have a new one with Tangem Wallet. You just download the Tangem app, and in 2 clicks, you're live. You use MoonPay to buy crypto instantly, whether it's Bitcoin, Solana, or digital dollars, which you can make your balance grow at a rate your bank would hate. And here's why this all matters. Most places just show you a number on a screen. That's like looking at a picture of a sandwich. MoonPay and Tangem actually give you the sandwich. You actually own the asset. It's not some IOU from some guy in a suit or some guy in flip-flops who might lose it. And because MoonPay's the engine, you can off-ramp too. So if you want actual cash back in your bank, boom, sold, done. That's MoonPay and Tangem, money that moves at the speed of the internet and actually belongs to you. Download the Tangem app, and always guys, with crypto, do your own research, always. Shout out to MoonPay, the best crypto app in the game. Let's get back on the podcast.
Larry, if he wants to take this thing to the next level, well, he has to make girl content, whatever. And I'm like, you don't really have to. That's not the only way you have to do it. You have the best streamers in the world, Speed, and that's not their content. You don't really need girls. That's like maybe appealing to his demographic or 20 years old. But once you're a certain age, like you really want to like just be going to South Beach and approaching women left and right. Like it's not, what's fun about
See,
that?
the
What's
problem is I would
aspirational?
watch Larry doing that, like walking around South Beach, just talking to like spring breakers or like whatever.
Spring breakers.
I don't know, just like you know
But
how they
he's a
get on spring break.
31-year-old man. Why is he going to be chatting down like girls who are like 18, 19 years old? That
I don't know about spring breakers.
Well,
yeah.
you know what? It gets popping on spring break. It's around the
Yeah,
corner.
leave that to Clav though, probably, right?
But yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. I don't think that's aspirational, and that's like what we want to do. And also, whenever they make content like what's Dean Rampage, it was never about the girls. It was like doing fun stuff. There were women around. Like we went on like a date with Dean, his girl, Rampage, and some random girl, and yeah, it was not like
But what got clipped wasn't anything to do with the 2 girls they invited.
yeah.
Right. Like even like that's why they had the girls there, like maybe for clip opportunity, probably, but none of the clips that went viral from that evening anything to do with those 2 particular girls.
You also, I've seen you do. You've gone viral so many times. I've seen your video with Togi, like just stuff that you've done in the gym goes crazy too. So you obviously don't need to do the girl content.
Yeah.
But and I'm not trying to like start a feud here, but
Yeah.
it sounds like you have a lot of rules, and Larry seems pretty lenient over here, letting
But
you
I don't have rules.
letting you be free spirited.
What do you mean? Like, how am I being free spirited? I'm not talking to guys in the sense of like if there were girls around at the table, like I had no problem, like Larry talking to them, like we are just having conversation if you're like around people, but it's never me like approaching guys or talking to guys in any other disrespectful way, you know? So I don't know what you mean by that.
No, I just mean like I don't want to get too personal and make this fucked up, but like Larry, you're the breadwinner, right?
To bring back to the table, absolutely. Yeah.
So you kind of gotta call the shots, dude. If you gotta go stream and make the money, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Well, like she was saying earlier, when Clav does girl content as well for him, I guess clip goes viral. But the shit that I've done in the past that went viral, like whether it's fitness videos or just nothing to ever because of girls. Like I don't believe I have to do content with girls to stay relevant, to go viral, to grow my platform. And there's so much shit we can do outside of that, like international travel, jungle, survival stream. Like there's so much shit that we have outside of like doing anything with girls. I think it's going to do great for us. So I don't feel like I'm restricted by any way because if that was the case, like I would talk about it and maybe wouldn't even go the streaming route, but I'm so confident that without trying to leverage girls for content, we could still blow up.
Yeah.
And we have been. We're just getting started. So I don't believe I'm restricting by any means because of not being able to do content with girls like Clav and Rampage do.
Yeah, IRLs. It seems like that people just want to see like people in the wild in action outside. Like you can't necessarily go do like a gym stream every day and get the same effect that you'd get if you go out with Rampage Dean, have a few drinks, and you're at the bar. Like anything can happen there. You kind of know what you're gonna get in the gym.
Yeah.
So that's why I just think the IRL path is so different. Whereas you might have to evolve into something a little bit different than you might not normally do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I guess it's kind of been happening.
It has been happening.
I mean, you've been going viral, so I guess I'm saying, like, do you enjoy this new, I guess, stuff you've been doing?
Yeah, I mean, after 10 years of just doing strictly fitness content, it has gotten slightly stale where I'm looking forward to more novelty and more unique experiences outside of the gym, outside of like trying to chase world records, bodybuilding shows, or like this shit I've been doing like repeatedly for a decade plus now. Now we have opportunity like with doing international travel, jungle streams, fun shit that wouldn't have made sense for my YouTube channel before streaming, but actually the streaming clips that are outside of the fitness realm that I've been in have gone so much more viral than anything I've ever posted, like with crazy lifts or pizza strength or whatever.
That's what I was going to ask. How do you approach now a stream creatively as opposed to like a OG Larry Wheels video in terms of like, what's your objective content wise based on what works now versus then?
I mean, the same principle works, like collaborations, even right now, like this is going to help my streaming career. And doing stuff with Rampage and Dean, like getting creative and doing shit with them that's not gym related. Like you said, this maybe a double, triple date with them, or like it's traveling with them. And they have such big personalities that they can do anything and still be entertaining, right? I believe like the core of like a good stream is like just being entertaining as an individual. Like you can put Rampage anywhere and he'll make you laugh. He'll make you want to watch what he's going to do. I don't think it has to have girls involved all the time. Like just because he has such a big personality, they can do literally anything and still be engaging with his fans. So,
have you done something for a stream yet that you've been surprised? Like, fuck, how did that not get clipped up? Like, are you still learning along the way what works?
I think I have a good grasp of it after doing it for 3 weeks, nearly every single day. Like for example, I just did a video with Derek Lunsford, Mr. Olympia. Now it's great for my YouTube channel. I still streamed it, but I streamed it because I know like the OGs will appreciate that. But I knew that wouldn't get clipped, right? Like there was no like drama, there's no controversy. There was like very few like comedic moments. It's more like a serious aspirational kind of video that is great for YouTube and like building a brand, but like not really great for going viral with clips.
It's kind of funny how that works, isn't it? Like when I did the show with Dean, I didn't even really think in the moment when he got pissed off when we went and did that, like how big of an effect that would have. And then you just realize that people really just want to see people act like fucking retards and fight and slap each other and be idiots. And that has so much more power and effect. Like I brought in Sugar Sean. So Sugar Sean and Dean were talking shit. And Dean's claiming he could beat Ilia Topuria saying crazy shit to, a former UFC champion, which you would think is great content. But the little clip of me and Dean almost fighting goes 10 times. It's weird how the internet is these days.
They hate it, but they love it.
They love to hate.
Yeah.
They love to hate, and they just love any type of controversy. It's
Yeah,
so fucking
exactly.
goes
That's
such
just
a long way.
going. That's just going viral. Everything, like anything negative or whatever is perceived negative, is just going viral. It's never like they never clip the nice things I say, or when I'm praising Larry. But like, oh yeah, but the moment I say something and they can take it out of context, they're gonna do that.
Let's say, for example, if Larry took you on a very nice date, instead of them being happy, they'd be calling him a fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Or a simp,
Exactly.
or like she has to be on a leash, or like he has to do that because she said so. Yeah, that's an
Does that ever annoy you?
What's that?
Like the comments?
No, because I don't spend all day like reading those comments. It's just like punishment. Like in the beginning, the first couple of days, I was just curious what people were saying, like how this was being received. But then when I realized it was just all negative, I'm like, what have to gain for reading this shit? But it hasn't stopped opportunity like financially or like collaborations or anything meaningful. So I just turn off those comments. I don't hide my comments. I just stop looking at them. I turn off my DMs, it's just all negative.
What would you rate Clav as a mediator?
I mean, I said yesterday on stream, and I saw that getting clipped. I'm like, getting advice on relationship about Clav is like broke man telling you how to be rich. Like it's just like he has no enough experience to tell us like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Again, he's only perceiving stuff off of the clips, and he said it himself, he understands the clipping game and how things can be spun out. So yeah, but he's a very intelligent guy. He's just very young, and I think he still needs a lot of experience. We've been doing this for 5 years, so we know what we're doing, we know our dynamic, and clearly it works for us. So
Larry, what do you think about Clav's like looks maxing, frame mogging, fucking maxing this, what all that shit? What do you think of that?
I think those terms are hilarious. Like, did he invent those terms himself, or like is that just the
I don't know. But it has like gotten to like the older crowd now too, right? Like you see people like older people on the news, like it's kind of like 6'7", where
pretty funny.
Hit that next level.
I mean, was it South Beach? We were strolling. We were doing laps with Vitaly was it South Beach?
yeah, I think you
Yeah,
did.
we were up and down South Beach, and this one dude came up. He was balding, and he was like asking Clav like to rate him and like what he should do for his hairline, what pep out he should take. And I'm thinking, wow, like the impact this 20-year-old has had on a generation with like looks maxing, just being the best version of themselves, is actually pretty amicable. Like I was like, damn, good on you, dude. So I think I agree with his approach to some extent. Like he really does preach like, hey, you look better, you're gonna feel better, more opportunity will come your way. Like attract people who have more opportunity. And I mean, that's more or less the principle of how I've been living my life. Like I worked my physique, my health, and opportunity has been flowing ever since. So I think his approach at sometimes can be extreme, like when he mentions drugs, like prescribed meth and other shit he's on. I don't agree with that. But when it comes to like just improving your appearance and like him thinking that, well, sending the message that you're gonna get more opportunity out of life, I think he's right.
How do you think Vitaly's doing? He seems like I haven't seen him in real life yet, but I've known Vitaly for a while too. He still seems a little like he's going a little wild. Not mentally, but he doesn't seem as calm as I thought he would be after Filipino jail. Is he still like reckless as fuck?
No, I think he's been patched.
Okay.
I think he's chill. Like I was expecting him to troll us like Dean did, for example, and I was actually trolling him on the expectation that he's going to troll us. So I trolled him first, thinking, oh, he's going to fucking give it right back. But he didn't. Like, he was very respectful, polite, chill. So I think he absolutely has changed since his 11 months in the Philippines in prison. Good. I think he has, for sure. He's been patched.
Because I don't want him to get in like trouble
How the fuck
again,
do you
bro.
come back from that and just get right back into streaming? He's goated.
I thought he was gonna come back more like just like a little more chill, and it's like right back to like
He's straight.
Yeah.
First day back stream. Like, what the fuck?
He's like the Terminator, Vitaly.
You can't take him down. You cannot. I mean,
You can't.
he was like doing some IRL stuff with Clav and I on South Beach, talking to chicks and trolling them a little bit, but still nowhere near like as chaotic as like pre-Filipino prison, in my opinion. Yeah.
Have you
That's good.
have you done the Diamond Gym yet?
I've done that.
You did?
Yeah,
How recently?
This was like back in November, December. Yeah, they
What's
kicked
your
my
thought
ass.
on it? It's so popular.
It is like, so what they're preaching, what they're trying to push is like mental fortitude and like having the mindset to like get through hard shit. And when I went there, they made me do like burpees and sets of 50 to 100 and hill sprints and like really just got me uncomfortable. And at the end of the session, they were preaching like, hey, like I understand like this is out of your comfort zone, but that's the whole point, to get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? So they have like, that's not how they train
All the
outside
time.
of filming.
Yeah.
And I think they make everyone aware of that. But like when they have the cameras on, like they're really trying to push that message.
Yeah.
So like that, I would never train that way. It's borderline CrossFit. You know, there's no rest period. Literally, like for 2 hours, I didn't rest for like more than a minute.
So like
That's fucked.
But yeah, so it fucked you up. Like you were surprised.
Oh, I
And
was.
do they do everything with you that they tell you to do?
To an extent, Unk did a good chunk of it, but not all of it. Unk is about as heavy, if not even heavier than I am. I was shocked. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he was really there to motivate. He did all of the weightlifting, but when it came to like the burpees and the hill sprints, was jumping like at the end. He'll do it like every now and then.
Were you ripping burpees too?
Dude, unfortunately I was. The shit kicked my ass. I felt so out of shape. And this was when I was 40 pounds lighter than I am right now. So if I did it now, I wouldn't complete it.
Hey, what are you putting on so much weight for?
I have to do open Bibling later in the year. I just enjoy getting bigger and stronger still, and I'm not over that just yet. I want to give it a couple more years, and then I want to transition to doing endurance sports.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've never.
I just did
explored that.
100 miles like a month ago.
Dude, how long did it take you?
25 hours.
Jesus, like
It was crazy.
Like, did you rest? Like, how do you rest doing that? I don't understand. Like,
How do you what? Rest?
Like, how do you get through that? I mean,
There's like an aid station every 10 miles.
okay.
But I trained for like 72 days. It was just like a group of us. One of my Gary Brecka, do you know him?
No.
He's like a biohacker. His son was doing it and he just told me he's doing it. So I was like, fuck it.
Oh, you did
Trained
it
for
with
like
Brad,
70
right?
days. Brad Kraut. Yeah.
He's with Brad, the Nick's friend. Remember the guy that's really funny?
Yes.
Yeah, I did it with
Damn.
him. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I think I've seen it in his stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Why, you
pretty
think you would do
impressive.
something like that, an ultra?
Oh, dude, I can't wait to drop all this muscle. Like, it's uncomfortable. Like, the back pumps, I don't sleep as good. Clothes don't fit as good. I'm not as handsome. Like, it's something I've been doing for so long. I have a little more left in me, like maybe another year or two to push size and strength. And then I can't wait to just drop all this muscle. Like, go on, like, bare minimum TRT, nothing else, and just do endurance sports. I got inspired by Mexicogans. He just did like 10,000 push-ups on a live stream. I was like, holy shit. And then he was telling me how, so on the mindset and how when he's now in his early 40s, when he was in his 20s and 30s, like myself, he was all about like ego and like proving a point, being big, strong. Then as he approached the late 30s, he decided to transition into being an endurance athlete. And he said, actually, like the guys like winning the Spartan races and doing like these ultra marathons are actually like in their 40s, you know? So
Yeah.
he said he couldn't do what he does now, like when he was in his 20s and 30s because of his mindset.
So what's something you'd want to do, like as a endurance sport? Like what's some
Hold it.
challenges?
Ultra marathon, Spartan race, like just to not prove a point. Well, to prove a point to myself, like that I'm capable of it. You know, that because that's all I've ever known is strength training and bodybuilding. Like I've never really committed to anything else. So that's just such a big departure for what I've been doing these past 13, 14 years that I love to see like what that world's like.
Have you seen the High Rocks stuff?
No.
You never heard of that? That's getting big. How do you think, like, has bodybuilding changed a lot over the years?
I don't think so. I think
Like in popularity, is it not as popular as it once was? Are more people doing like endurance sports and stuff
right now?
More like I think now it's more about aesthetics.
Yeah.
Like looks maxing, being handsome. I think mass monsters still have their appeal, and I think bodybuilding actually is bigger than it's ever been. But I think aesthetics and looks maxing is even bigger than bodybuilding.
What's your like weekly routine like now with like lifting and diet and stuff?
I mean, my workouts haven't really changed much. I still focus on squat, bench, deadlift, like leading the workout, and then I do my bodybuilding portion afterwards, where it's like short rest periods, chasing the pump, trying to just get thicker and look more like a bodybuilder than a powerlifter.
What's like the biggest tip for someone that wants to put on size?
Eat every 3 hours and be consistent. Don't miss meals, even when you travel, and just the diet that works is the one you stick to, right? I mean, there's so many diets out there. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just pick a diet, stick to it, track your progress. And if you're a hard gainer, use liquids, use protein shakes, make your own. I make 2, 3 shakes a day where it's just like peanut butter, carbolin, banana, protein powder. It's 1,000 calories per shake. I get it down in 10 seconds. I chug it, and it's way more efficient to me than like trying to get down a 1,000 calorie meal full of like plain chicken, beef, fish with rice or potato. That can take me 30 minutes. I have no appetite for it.
All right, as you guys know, everybody's talking about these weight loss injections because the results are just so dramatic. But a lot of people don't want to stab themselves in the gut with a painful injection every week. That's why doctors created a supplement called Lean. If you search it up, the results on Lean are insane. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help lower your blood sugar, help burn fat by converting it into energy, and help curb your appetite and cravings so you're not as hungry. But Lean is not for the casual dieter. Doctors created Lean for people that want to lose 10 pounds or more. With health stuff, always do your own research, I say, guys. But the reviews on Lean, if you look into it, are amazing and the results are incredible. If you guys look into this and you decide it's for you and you want to try to lose some weight with Lean, we got you guys on a special code NELK. If you go to takelean.com and use NELK as your discount code, that's going to get you 20% off plus free rush shipping. So it's going to get right to your door. Check it out. Do your research. The reviews are incredible. Go to takelean.com if you guys are interested. Use code NELK. Free rush shipping and 20% off. Summer's coming up. Let's get shredded, baby.
So I like to just use shakes to get half my calories in throughout the day.
How many calories are you on right now?
6,000.
Fuck.
6,000 daily?
What's the most you've ever been on?
10,000.
10,000?
I was bloat maxing, dude. I went from 240 to 300 pounds in 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
What? Did you cut weight before that?
No, I was just like on this TRT stint for like a month or
You
two.
gained 60 pounds in 2 weeks.
Legit. No, legit.
What?
Is
Yeah,
that good for your
100%.
body?
What's that?
That can't be good for your body.
Oh, hell no. I remember because I put the weight on so quickly. My conditioning has never been worse. I remember going from my car in the parking lot in Dubai Mall, where it was parked, to like entering the mall and like having to take a break and hold on to the railing after like 5-minute walk. Like a small, like brisk 5-minute walk. I was winded. Like, I put the weight on way too fast. Not sustainable. Strongly recommend against it. My approach was all wrong. Like ice cream, protein shakes, fast food, pizzas every day.
Dirty bulking, like fast food.
Super dirty. And it's not sustainable. I looked worse than I felt. I mean, it was horrible. Horrible experience.
What do you think about now? Test is so popular,
Yeah.
and I feel like guys are getting on it so young, like even 18 or 19, 20. Like I think Clav said he started taking it at 15.
I think everything's dose dependent. If you're going to go on TRT at 18, 19 years old, I mean, I can't say don't do it because I've done it at 17, 18 myself to an extreme, and I've been fine. Like there are some sides I didn't have to put up with, but if you're using it responsibly and you have like a mentor to guide you through the process and you're not abusing it where you're taking grams of gear like right out the gates and you're just like using the bare minimum, which might be just TRT for some, maybe a little bit of anavar, some growth hormone, I think they'll be fine. But I think the mindset's important. Like, what are you doing it for? Like just to look better when you're naked, just to look good on the beach, fill out your sleeves and your t-shirt, or are you doing it to be the next Mr. Olympia, to break world records? Like if you have high ambition, then and you want to compete in non-drug tested sports, that's the name of the game. And like you getting on at 17, 18 years old is going to like give you a bigger runway to get those goals.
Yeah.
But again, like what are your aspirations? Like, do they want to be Mr. Olympia? Do they want to be like?
I feel like most people take it now just because they want to be jacked.
Yeah, like then I don't think it's necessary. Like you can just, I think if your diet's locked in and you train consistently, you're gonna get jacked. It may happen sooner for some than others, but you don't need tests and peptides to get jacked. Like especially not at 17, 18. I think you do need it if you want to be, like the next Mr. Olympia. If you're just trying to get abs and like get a little bit bigger, dude, just lock in with your diet and train consistently. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you go to the gym with him?
Yeah.
You go every day too?
I do. We don't work out together, obviously, because imagine just removing plates between every sets.
Yeah.
But I do work out, yeah.
How did you guys meet?
In Dubai, went in her DMs.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so you went to Dubai?
He lived in Dubai.
I was
as
there
well.
for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did
They
you
actually-
originally move there for?
Opportunity with strongman. I got like a 6-week all paid for trip to learn strongman from a reputable strength training coach. And prepare for my first full competition. And then after staying there, I was like, holy shit, like I love it here. And then shortly after I moved there back in 2019, the pandemic hit. And then everything in the neighboring countries and in the US like was shutting down. Everything was entering lockdown. All these restrictions were starting to get placed. But Dubai was more or less open. Like gyms were open, restaurants were open. So like, shit, I'm just gonna stay here.
We used to go to a fucking sick gym there.
That's when we went. We went to Abu Dhabi during COVID too for UFC.
There was a
for the first
sickest
time.
gym there. Remember? It was,
Oxygen?
what was that called?
Probably. We've been to a few gyms there.
Just for men, right?
It was fucking so sick, and
There's
no one was ever in
Oxygen
there.
Yeah, that's probably Oxygen. The
I think
old
that's
man
what it
gym.
was. It's pretty
Yeah.
big, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I
Is there a
can't say-
boxing ring in it? That one?
Well, there's one gym called Benos in Dubai, Al Quoz industrial area. That's the one I was training at, where all like the top bodybuilders go and influencers, whatever else. In Abu Dhabi, like she was talking about, like there's an oxygen gym. It's tremendous. And you
I
said
think
it's like,
that's it.
it's empty, like for the
Yeah.
most part. It's because it's so damn big, and there's it's like
Just men, so that's why it's so
yeah, it's
big
just
as well.
men, and just overall, the gyms in Dubai are just on another level. Like there's so
Yeah.
many.
The Middle East in
gyms.
general, they got it going on right now.
They do, yeah.
Do you guys miss it there at all?
I do miss certain aspects and how convenient it is, how safe it is, like you never feel on edge, you can go whatever time you want. Nobody's touching you, nobody's recording you, nobody's like, you just have so much privacy and peace that I do miss it. But also there is not a lot of opportunities unless you have a lot of money, then you have opportunities. If you don't, like it's really hard. And also depending where you come from. If you're from America, from the UK, from Australia, obviously you have more opportunities than somebody from Serbia or from other different countries,
Yeah.
Did you ever think you'd be a live streamer?
No, never. Like even that day we streamed, well, he actually streamed with Rampage and he was saying like, I don't know, I don't think I could ever do it, so I'm not going to do it. So I just I never thought I'll be like on social media posting like that ever, and just like this whole narrative about me. Like even my mom was like, oh, I just keep seeing these videos. Like I hated they're pinning you this way. And I'm like, just let it be, like they need somebody to hate on. So if that's me, I'm like, I don't care.
I'm trying to think of like what if for content, Larry went on like a gym date, but like
No.
and you had to watch
no.
it so we could get your reaction and then watch Larry.
No.
That's
Good.
good.
Try to say I should cuck my wife.
No, like just I don't know, just to get
No, I
get
mean,
the
he
get
did
the streams popping.
He collaborated with women before, and like I had no problem. Like if he's collaborating and somebody's like in his like you collaborate with a lot of women, a lot of strong women. Like if that makes sense, yeah, for sure. But if it's just like some big booty girl who just wants to get like
Well, can he put her through a workout? What if he's not flirting with her? What if it's just like strictly training?
Well, we actually brainstormed like doing a hot yoga session with this girl that's here in Miami, Fafa Fitness.
yeah,
That actually is a big.
Yeah,
big
she's
Brazilian
jacked.
girl.
I know her.
yeah. If it's us together, then I'm okay. But just like him streaming and it's just I know the ways it can be spun around. Like I don't want to go through that. Like I don't want to see that, and that's my boundary.
I know, and I respect that. It's just
Yeah.
like going around the Clavs, the rampages. Like I feel like it's gonna happen unexpectedly.
Well, you don't have any plans with collaboration with Clav, right? He lives here. We live in LA, so like I don't think those collaborations going to be often. He was actually I wasn't that night when they were at Miami Beach, right? South Beach. Walking around, I was in the hotel, so I wasn't there. So I was watching live, and Clav was like, "Oh, what did he say? Like $10,000 if you you need to make now content like approaching girls and stuff like that." I was like, "No, I was joking. Like, no."
What, he offered you 10 grand?
Yeah, he was like, "What if you got 10 grand to approach girls while knowing your wife is watching on live stream?" I'm like, "She'd probably divorce me after that. Not worth 10 grand."
Yeah.
It's crazy that people now. I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but it's like the most talked about thing. If I ever look at a Larry Wheels clip right now, it's both you guys and then some guy talking about your relationship.
Yeah.
So that's why I bring it up.
Yeah.
But Larry, does it like bother you at all that now this is where you're gonna be at for a while in the streaming world?
Well, I think
Always
that-
getting questioned about your relationship.
I mean, I think it's like the rocket ship that's taking our streaming career to the moon. And if it wasn't for that, like, what would we be doing? For example, like if it was just like gym IRLs, for example, like would that get clipped? Would that
No.
make any attention? Like it wouldn't. Like that's the reality of it. So, us like talking about a relationship is not affecting our relationship, off scene. So I have no issue with it. It doesn't bother me, and it's just creating more opportunity,
Yeah, we got a lot of opportunity just off of these 3 weeks. Like it's been insane.
But if it was compromising our relationship, where like we're fighting all the time because of it, or like we're in tears, or we're like it's compromising like our peace of mind, then I'd say no, it's not worth it. But it hasn't gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Who's kind of been advising you on streams and everything?
Rampage and Nadeem. Yeah. So they've been helping out. I mean, Rampage is doing it now for like 9 months. I guess that's relatively new to the game, but he's been.
Yeah, Rampage, you forget he's still new to it too, right? But he's just
he's been
crushing it that you
crushing it.
forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's growing so fucking fast on Kick. I mean, it's like $250,000 in like 9 months from zero, you know? So, and growing on Kick is tough. Like, it's a smaller platform than Twitch. And you really only grow when you're live. We've been streaming 8 hours a day, like 6 days a week, grinding, you know? So, but it works.
And you've been streaming every day?
Every day. Some stream, like our longer stream now has been 7 hours. And on average, like 3 hours.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
How many people are you guys getting live?
So 3 weeks ago when we started, we had 11 people, and that was a little bit discouraging, but we were being mentored and told, like, listen, like those 11 people are your day ones, and I remember them, and you know, just like the people will come. Just keep being consistent, show up, do fun shit, they're gonna come. And I'm glad we stepped consistent because now we're seeing like between 1,000 and 2,000 concurrent.
That's great.
Which is fantastic for 3 weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
And we are not buying views, you know, like, you know, a lot of these streamers, they're
Yeah.
buying views, so they have the perception of like, oh, you're popping. But when I see other streamers we've been on chat and the way they're like, the chat moves, I'm like, it's not. And they have like triple.
Who's botting right now? You got to call him out.
He's Sitaki, that UK. Yeah, he's been talking a lot of trash, but he's the one who's botting, that's for sure. Then, I mean, who else?
I mean, I've been told that nearly everyone on Kick is botting to some extent.
Yeah.
Like if someone's reflecting, like showing like they have 10, 15,000 concurrents, probably more like 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And there are websites where you can see like actually who bought it. It's so cheap. Like we didn't realize how cheap it is just to buy like
It's like a couple
custom-
$100, like 10,000 bot viewers.
well,
Yeah.
the majority of people that see you guys are going to see the clips. So you could have 500 people and someone could have, like, it's weird because there's people that actually do have 20,000.
Yeah.
Like I think of like Jinxie or Queso, right? But you don't see clips of them all the time.
Mhm.
But you guys have you have 1,000, but you get clipped up like fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're actually to a bigger audience, I think, in the grand scheme of things, but they only see that little clip, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like the streaming's just different.
It is. It's different. Like for both of us, like especially for him, like, right, you've been doing something else different and you were never into, and you didn't have much controversies, and all of a sudden now like you're in all this drama, you know, so it's different.
That and streaming just gives you like an abundance of content. Like for example, before streaming, I was posting 1 organic post a week on Instagram, and now I have like 5 a day.
Yeah.
So as a result, like I'm getting like 5 to 10x.
Are you slamming all the clips on your Instagram too?
All of them. And they do better than my fitness clips. Like way more numbers on the streaming clips than my fitness clips.
I think that's pretty common with like every streamer. They get like 5 clips a day from their stream and they just fire them.
Yeah, dude. So like
it's really changing not only just like the streaming content, it's changing for Instagram, how people
other
run their
platforms.
pages.
Yeah. Instagram, yeah.
Well, you guys run the pod like weekly, right? Once a week or is it
once a week.
do you guys stream as well?
We do stream, but not consistently.
Okay.
Like last time we streamed, we did the 100-mile stream. That got up to like 50,000.
Damn.
60, I think.
I mean, that's
but we've done like big streams like that, but we don't hammer it every day. But we're still trying to figure out like
it's harder for us
our
too,
place in streaming.
When we were streaming, dude, we were fucking partying every stream. Yeah. And once you set that as like the standard, that's kind of when the camera starts rolling. All right, we got to start drinking, got to get girls around, and then it's difficult to figure out what you can do that's sustainable where you don't have to drink when we're comfortable.
Well, we also know it works too, like the girl shit, right? But we're both 31 too now, so we can't be drinking, partying with girls every day like 20-year-old Clav who. He's 20. He's not going to feel a fucking hangover.
Right.
So he's a superhero still right now, right? But for us, it takes a toll.
I couldn't imagine if I had brought like my girl or my wife on stream, I'd get like, that's a lot of pressure.
All right, so I didn't even know this too, but naturally around age 30, as guys, our testosterone levels naturally start to decrease over time. And even if we are still producing testosterone, it could actually get bound up by a protein called SHBG. That's gonna make it harder for our body to actually use that testosterone. So that's where Mars Men could come in and help a lot of you guys. Mars Men is designed to help your body by freeing up usable testosterone using natural, clinically dosed ingredients. It includes things like vitamin D, zinc, boron, and many others. All the ingredients in Mars Men are commonly associated with energy, strength, and focus. It's made in the USA, third-party tested, and no synthetics or needles. Just a natural supplement designed to support healthy testosterone levels, stamina, and daily energy. Mars Men also offers a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it and see if it's for you. For a limited time, if you're watching, you can get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts at checkout. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support us and tell them Full Send sent you. Always, guys, with the health stuff, do your own research, but Mars Men does have a lot of good reviews. So if you're getting up there like me too, struggling with the testosterone, check it out, do your research, and take advantage of that deal. It's a sweet deal. mengotomars.com. Let's get back into the podcast.
It was in the first few days, but then you get callous to it, and then you stop paying attention to all the comments.
You guys have kids or no?
We don't have kids yet. I might be infertile, so maybe we need a sperm donor or something.
Oh yeah, what's good with that? The Rock or something?
Yeah, I mean, look, if The Rock was volunteering and I can't have kids, like maybe.
That was a joke, because every time we go somewhere, somebody tells him, "Oh, you look like The Rock," So that's why I was joking. Oh, well, if you can't have kids, maybe we get The Rock. So at least we have a child that could look like you, So it was just a joke, and then just like spun around. Same with like my favorite tennis player. I was joking. We always joke like even before, like I love tennis, and do you guys watch tennis?
Yeah.
So Novak Djokovic, he's from Serbia. Like I grew up.
I mean,
watching.
You're picking The Rock or Djokovic.
No, not for that. No, I was
he's the best tennis player ever.
No. I was not saying for the donor to be Djokovic, but we were saying I love Novak Djokovic so much. If I was ever to get a tattoo, I would get like Novak Djokovic face across my back, and it's just a joke. And then she wants to tattoo another man, whatever. It's just a joke, but I don't know. It's just dumb. Okay,
so then what about like if you had to pick one woman to get tattooed on your back? She's going with the Joker.
Man, I don't follow any females. Like I legit don't follow anything.
That's your trade. That's bullshit. I know you sneak. I know you sneak. Look around. You can't like anymore because there's like a way for them to see that. I've learned recently.
Exactly.
But
there's also watch history and all that. So like, there's no way around it, bro. There's no like sneaking around anymore. Like that shit's done. Like and legit, I don't I don't watch any female content.
Do you follow any girls on IG?
No one. For a little bit, Fafa could we collab a couple times in LA.
Yeah.
But even like I got tired of seeing like her butt on my feed. I was like, all right, so no more Fafa on my feed. So like we hid her account. So like I don't want to see like any like ass or tits or like suggestive like explicit content because I have a history with addiction, right? So I don't want like any triggers.
What, like porn addiction?
Porn addiction, yeah.
Dude, is that like a gym bro thing? Because Brad had that too.
Did he? Did he talk about that?
Brad had masturbation addiction, but I guess it goes hand in hand.
Martin?
Huh?
Riley Martin?
Yeah, he's talked about it many times.
I think I've seen a clip like he's like stopped masturbating or something because he was just like watching too much stuff and whatever. Like I think I've seen that.
He used to say
is that a test
he was
thing?
putting up numbers. Yeah.
If you get on tests, does that just increase your habits?
Yeah. So like when people talk about side effects of steroids, they usually talk about like acne, roid rage, making your balls small and stuff like that. But really, the worst of it is your libido like getting out of control. Whereas like you get these obsessive sexual thoughts that like can't get turned off. And it's very uncomfortable. Like, and then if you ever like succumb to it, now you just go in like this binge like porn spree, and obviously like things escalate, and then like you can't scratch that itch. It becomes it can become a real problem. So like
I never understood the porn addiction.
Yeah.
So like when you beat off,
yeah,
you just want to beat off again like right after?
No, well like
because if I beat off once, like I'm good.
Yeah. Well, as a porn addict, like you don't want to finish because once you finish, it's so fucked up. Like the high's over. So like to prolong the high, you just edge and just keep switching clips, and you want to prolong that feeling of like euphoria before you come. So like if you come, like you shut it off.
So you're beating off for time before you finish.
Well, not even. You're just like trying to like make it last as long as possible, right? Like because once you
videos.
I'm quick and dirty, bro.
Yeah,
that's good. Like, bro, don't explore the other way. Don't.
How do you get off that addiction if you stay on the tests and all that shit?
How do you get off?
Yeah,
I mean, just like learning to
tape your hand to the wall.
What's up? You walk around in handcuffs and shit. I mean, you'll finally start humping the pillow.
You'll find the key, right?
Just start rocking.
Larry just rips out of the handcuff.
You start humping shit. I mean, like the right approach is like just channeling that sexual energy into like a person, like your partner. That's the best way to do it because you can't shut that off, right? Like you're always gonna have that sexual desire, So just instead of fucking your hand, he's like, fuck your wife, fuck your girl. You know, that's the only way to do it.
Sounds like a good solution. Yeah.
That's the only solution. There is no way around it.
What's your guys' like dream stream you want to do, or some big streams coming up?
Oh, we want to do like a multi-day stream, like in the jungle, like where we visit different tribes and like live their way of life, like hunting animals and like wearing a loincloth and just like experiencing that. And that could be a lot of
What
fun.
tribe?
We're looking that up yet. We're still looking that up.
Like somewhere in Amazon.
We went to where was it? I forget what it was called, but have you heard of Forrest Galante?
No.
He's like a big guy that's done a lot of discovery shit. He's like a legend in like animals, tribes. We went Vanuatu. So it was, we flew to Fiji, and then we flew 3 hours to this place called Vanuatu. Mm-hmm. Then we took a propeller plane to another small island, and then we took a boat for an hour to this island. So it was literally like in the middle of the Pacific. Yeah. And we spent 24 hours with a very like remote tribe. Like as remote as it gets without they're going to fucking kill you for sure.
How did you communicate with them? You had the translator, right?
Yeah.
And
but they like sleep on a bamboo cloth on dirt, like this thick. You literally go and they eat bats. So we had to go kill
We ate bats.
What that tastes like.
They go in the forest and they take sticks and they look in the trees and they fucking whip the stick at a bat.
Yeah.
Like they're literally, and then the bat falls out of the tree and then they club it to death.
But I wonder, how does it work for us? Like, obviously, these people are not vaccinated. Their body is so used to, like, you know, usually if they're exposed to outside world, they can die because all the viruses and stuff. So I wonder if it's for us the same. Like, if you eat, like, it's called bushmeat, right? Monkeys, bats, and shit like that. Do we get, like,
just pack some snacks.
It was not good, yeah.
Just bring your own snacks and shit.
We had to bring a pig, too.
Okay.
So we caught a pig before, and we had to, like, bring it as an offering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so be prepared to if you want to go to a tribe.
Yeah.
Like, were you glamping or like legit like sleeping on bamboo like they were?
We slept on the floor, yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible.
Forrest had some Xanax, so we popped a Xanax, so that helped a little bit.
No, that was the only way to get through that night.
Yeah.
Because they also, have you ever had kava?
Kava?
Kava.
Is that a drug?
Yeah.
It's like the tree root.
Kava.
Yeah,
kava.
Okay.
They made kava, and we like drank it too, like out of the mud.
Yeah. It's similar to kratom.
Well, I've used kratom a bunch, but never kava.
Kava, fucking, I don't know.
It's like weed and alcohol, I think, combined a little bit.
But it's even better than weed and alcohol individually.
It's like together.
They take high concentrations.
Like you're like thinking like on weed a little bit, and then like kind of the happiness of drunk, I think.
It's like a major downer. Like
it's fun.
There's some upper in there too.
Yeah,
you'll be grinding your teeth.
Yeah, a little cocaine mixed in.
But they drink it until it fucks up your stomach. So they're so bored that's all they do, and they drink it until they throw up. So while you're sleeping, you just hear people throwing up the whole night because it messes with your stomach.
I would think they would get used to it, but like taking so much.
They just don't stop. Like I think I had like 3 or 4 bowls of it, and I was pretty messed up from it.
But if you want to go, we can connect you.
I mean,
it's out there. It's a real thing.
Like how long is that journey to get there? Like you mentioned, like
I mean, LA to Fiji.
Okay,
that's like right off the coast of Australia, so that's got to be like 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then another 3-hour flight, then a propeller plane, and you're landing like on a grass.
Yeah,
like landing.
It's like a 24-hour trip.
Yeah,
you'd fucking take over and be the chief. They got nothing like you there. I promise you.
Are they big people?
They're shredded. They're shredded. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Like lean.
Well, because they're not eating any grains.
Yeah.
They're just eating fruit and fucking
protein.
It's
all natural. Yeah.
Not like particularly
like
tall.
Average size.
Average, yeah.
But you would stick out there. You'd be the man there.
Yeah. Imagine they don't let you leave. You have to be, or the king of an island now.
Yeah, he's doing kava all the time.
Yeah.
Sound like,
that bad, huh? But how did you guys have? Oh, you did the YouTube video, not stream.
We did a YouTube
like
video,
we have to figure out with like streaming connection,
we need
internet,
a couple
everything.
Starlinks, yeah.
But not every place has like a Starlink coverage, so we have to figure out where can we go and film that. It would be fun for sure.
Yeah, but that's the kind of content like we're planning for the near future. And then organically, I travel frequently for like these different companies I have, like White Rabbit and PR. I'm going to Arnold, the UK. I'm going to Feedwood, Germany, and there's so many trips that I'm already going on.
Might as well stream it.
So I may as well stream it and then like visit neighboring countries and things to do like while I'm doing these work trips. So we haven't. So it doesn't really it doesn't take any real additional work. Like for example, we stream now like at 5:00 once everything is done for the day. So before we would just like chill, like relax, watch, TV, doom scroll for a bit. But now we're just like hanging out with chat. and it's pretty easy.
Who do you think's been your favorite and least favorite collab?
Favorite collab of all time?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because you've been doing this for a while.
I'd say, I think between Half Thor, The Mountain, and Andrei Smaev in Russia. Least favorite, I think Tiki Taki. Yeah, he's a troll.
When did you collab with him?
In Dubai, he came to the gym with sunglasses on, like a necklace, and he's just such a like douche energy. So
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of him. Best of all time between Andrei Smaev, and I'm not sure if you've seen any of his clips. He's been going viral just in the fitness community, but he's like 7 hours from Moscow in this small village. Not village, it's just like a small town.
Yeah.
And he's like 26. He's like got 26-inch arms, like 350 pounds. He can do one-arm pull-ups for reps. It's insane what he's capable of.
Wow.
Damn.
And like one of the most impressive people I've ever seen. And I've seen it all, like doing fitness for over a decade and collaborating with everyone in the bodybuilding, like strength training space. And like he's up there, I think, with the very, very best, like of all time. He's insane. So yeah, between those two people, I went to do a 2-month training boot camp for strongman with Half Thor, The Mountain in Iceland. And I got to see like Lava Land, the Blue Lagoon, which is like the best spa in the
Damn.
world. I don't know if you guys have ever been, but like
No.
this spa like has this natural hot spring that had this like unreal, like almost like AI looking blue tint to it. And it's like the most luxurious, like beautiful spa I've ever seen. And I got to train with him for 2 months, and I got to see him pull 1,000 pounds for reps. And his energy was like nothing else. And then he has like the biggest support system I've ever seen. Like his mom and dad are there like almost every training session. His childhood friends, his wife, they're all there like almost every single training session. And it's like, wow, this is incredible to see like someone with this much support.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome.
What are you guys streaming today?
Today we're working out with Aiden Ross and Cuffums.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been trolling Cuffums a bit, like saying like he's got like bigger udders than Big Marky. He's also here in Miami. He's like 470 pounds.
Aiden's friend, right?
What's up, Aiden's
Marky,
friend?
yeah. We met him.
I just see clips of him like jiggling his tits. Like I don't know, like I guess that gets clipped a lot, so he keeps doing it. But we just having a little back and forth about that.
Hell yeah.
You
guys are crushing.
Do you walk into these and know that the trolling's gonna come?
For sure, but like if we have thick skin, and again, like we don't obsessively like read what the trolls are saying about it.
Once you like shut down your phone, the trolling doesn't exist, the hate doesn't exist, like it's never in person hate, it's always online, so you just it's whatever. Honestly.
I had my first IRL troll here in Miami the other day though, of all time. Like I never had anyone say anything disrespectful to me to my face, but this one guy did. It didn't process right away because it's never happened before. I'm like, did you really just say that? And I like was trying to register what he said like as I was walking away, but like shook my hand, took a photo and said, like, you're dumb, love yourself. But I didn't like register that till like a few minutes later. Like, did that really just happen? So that's got to be like from the streaming community.
Yeah. Why the fuck do these guys press you, bro, in person?
Maybe they want a viral clip. They want to provoke me.
Yeah.
You
got that pin pan ready?
Thing is like, if I hit first, I'm getting sued. So I got to watch it. But I'd love for them to try me first. So I have an excuse to hit back. But I'm expecting that to happen in the future. I see a lot of streamers walk around with security, like Clav had security, all of them have security, Nia has security. So I'm thinking shit, like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I think people see like Larry, he's such a nice guy, and they think, oh, he's just muscle, he's not strong, like in real life, not just lifting weight, but he's actually a beast. Like anything he tried, he's so good at any sport, like even calisthenics at his size, he's doing it so well. And like he did like an obstacle course, like he's just like all around athlete, and like he's so strong. And I feel like that's why he's like so calm and stuff, because he could actually hurt people, and he doesn't want to do that, so I don't know why people are trying, like they just want to get their 5 minutes of fame. But I
sounds like a supportive wife to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell people
honestly,
are saying.
like I've always been super supportive of Larry, and he's just like this whole, as I said, like he's just been spun around. But like he wouldn't be married to me for so long, and we wouldn't be together for so long if I was like some bitch to him, So
Let's tee up some good clips. What's your favorite thing about Larry?
What's my favorite? I just love how non-judgmental he is. Like we can talk about anything. He never judges nobody, not just me. You know how generous he is to people. Like wherever we go, he like makes sure like he tips people, he helps people out. Like he puts so many people on without getting anything in return. He just loves giving and helping people out. So I feel like that's what my favorite qualities about him. You know, like he's also a very loving person, very gentle. That's what I love about him. You know, like he's genuinely like nurturing person, and I love that. You know, like I don't want to be in a surviving mode with men.
I could feel the gentle giant.
Yeah.
But dumb to fuck around. Like dumb if someone fucks around though. They're just stupid.
You know,
fuck around. They're gonna come already. They're gonna come.
Yeah.
You know, especially as our clips get pushed harder, like it's gonna happen eventually. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I get some like hating person, but so far it hasn't been. You know, like we went to Collecticon the other day, and like some person came out like, "You're Larry's wife. I've seen you in clips. Like, how do you feel about all of this stuff?" You know, like so they just like curious how am I feeling about it, but it hasn't been like direct hate like in person. You know?
How are you gonna handle like the OF chicks that are gonna want to get their moment and they come on, they're all over Larry?
Oh, we like they're like I've seen one like liking his shit like every day trying to get attention or whatever.
It's
but
the same chick every day liking all my pics.
Yeah, but I'm just like I don't care. Like I don't feel insecure in that way. I mean, they're everywhere. They want attention. They get off of that. Like we had like one of the girls that's been involved with him. She's an ex-girlfriend, like OF chick. She wants her 5 minutes of fame, like claiming she got into this podcast. She's been groomed into making OnlyFans or whatever. But then so she's still doing it 5 years after relationship, and her mom opened OnlyFans after they broken up. So like, did you groom your mother into being an OF chick? It just doesn't make sense. So definitely they want attention, but like I can deal with that one. That once that time comes, like.
Yeah. Are they going to get the pimp pan from you?
Eventually.
Do you have a pimp pan too?
I do.
A sneaky one?
I'm Serbian. We're tough people. So like, if I need to, I'm very. I'm not a confrontational person at all. But if it comes to that,
it's ready.
It's ready. Trust me, it's ready.
We'll be looking
I can't
out
wait
for that.
to use it.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Larry
guys.
Wheels.
Larry Wheels.
Thank you guys.